this is a period where children are going back to school today. And as always, the back to school season comes with a lot of excitement, and it's another busy time of the year. Remember, this is the third term whereby we expect students to work hard, those who are doing their final exams, and also those who will be doing exams to cross into the next academic class. To help ensure a safe and easy transition during this third term, we always use this opportunity to provide school safety tips for consideration by parents, guardians, and also school administrators. And as usual, we want to, first of all, start by informing the public that we encourage all school administrators to start by reviewing their security emergency preparations, supervision, and other school safety fundamentals. This includes the visitor procedures and how to access school buildings, especially in high priority areas. You remember at the end of last year, at the end of last term, we had school-related crimes where there was a criminal gang that was targeting schools that were highly vulnerable with very poor security mechanisms. You find a school with a lone security guard, guards who are advanced in age. They are using bows and arrows. There are no CCTV cameras. The school fences are weak. So we had concerns where this criminal gang that was targeting schools, before we cracked it down, had posed a threat. We also recommend that all children are examined upon their return to school for any signs of child abuse during their holiday. This is something that is common because in school holidays we always have perpetrators of child abuse, especially the girl child, and nowadays including boys. Even amongst the families, there are instances of child torture, so we always encourage that children are carefully examined. And for those who transport children to school, it's important to teach them safe habits around drop zones. We have parents who have vehicles, and while dropping children to school, a parent stays inside the car and asks the child to run to school. Now, between the drop zone and the entrance to the school gate, anything can happen. A reckless driver can run over the child can drop down, and so on. So it's important that you walk the child up to the school classroom and then you come back. Please, a little time doesn't cost you. For boarding schools, there are parents who leave their children being adults, teenagers and young adults. They leave them to go to school. This is also quite challenging. It's important that you double check whether your child has reached at school, because from the point of leaving home to school, there are always concerns that are there. Helmets. For children who are transported on motorcycle, we recommend that as a must, helmets must be given to children, because 80% of all head and brain injuries arise out of failure to use helmets while on motorcycles. Avoiding shortcuts, watching out for stalkers on foot, motorcycles or motor vehicles. We need to teach our children how to be very security conscious and use their instincts, especially when they are being followed. Teach your children how to avoid talking to strangers and never accept lifts from someone not approved by their parents. Then memorizing contact information, their full name, their address, their home and phone number. There are also parents who print the names of their children on the uniforms, on the school bags. You're giving out a lot of information. Somebody may use that to familiarize your child and then show that he probably knows the child and gets them abducted. So let's conceal some of these names on uniforms and school bags. And teaching children how to remain alert and vigilant, never to leave the school premises unattended. Items that are prohibited, especially when we are going back to the boarding schools. There are a number of safety tips that we've always put for you here. But for those who are taking children back to school in boarding, we have a challenge that some of the drug dealers have penetrated some of the schools and used some of the school snacks that children take in form of biscuits. There are people who use sim paste and ghee, but we find that it is laced with narcotic-related substances. So for the school administrators, we call upon you to be very, very thorough while inspecting the items that children are coming back with at school. Other items that are prohibited that need to be followed are like smartphones, electric gadgets, other flame-based products that are major fire hazards, alcohol, cigarettes, energy drinks, glass bottles, unnecessary cash and expensive items, and the many other tips that you'll get from this press day. We wish all students a happy third term and urge them to report any crime-related concerns to the police.